Today's boot camp is how to build and deploy a winning franchise brand story. I'm Charles Internicola, and I'm here with Nick Powles, and we're here on behalf of FRANX, the FRANX community. And what we're doing today is solving a big problem in the franchise world and franchise community. You have a great brand, you're in the franchise marketplace, you want to sell franchises, you're not gaining the traction you deserve, you're spending your marketing dollars, you're not getting the right ROI, you're going in circles. The answer is you haven't built a genuine, deployable, and owned brand story. You have it. There's a reason why you're here. There's passion behind your brand. And in this boot camp, we're going to uncover it. We're going to deploy it. So welcome, Nick. We're finally here.
Thanks, Charles. Yeah, in our world or in our language, we call this the why you, why now. That majority of brands, and you can look at any brand, period, go to the biggest brands in the world, and you'll see very rarely can they position a why you, why now and a true story beyond a product. And here we're going to help you figure out how do you extract the best parts of your business, turn it into a story, and use it as a part of your franchise marketing.
Right. And one of the things, the whole premise behind this boot camp is to empower you as part of the leadership team, as part of the founding team, to take control of your brand story, the narrative and path you're going to go on. The problem is that there's vendors, and vendors are good, and it's important to rely on key organizations, but you need to do the deep dive here. You need to chart the course for your brand, and then we're going to build a sustainable asset.
Yeah, and I would also add that if you look at competitor brands, this should also give you a point of differentiation, because if this story that you piece together through this workbook is exactly the same as someone else, or you just change the logo on the top of your story and could put someone else's on there, you have not done the work that will help you have a clear point of differentiation. Now, franchise buyers might make their own decision on why you're different and why they want to be a part of your system. And that happens quite frequently. But if you want to take your story to the next level, you have to be in control of the way that you're positioning.
This happens to all of us. And so we're going to dive through this, but we become blind to our own brand attributes, what makes us unique, why we're even in the game, and that passion. And so we become flooded with so much media. We start spending dollars without doing that deep dive. It becomes very difficult to evaluate your own brand, right? But no one else is going to do this for you. It needs to come from you inside. So what I'm going to do next is just go over the framework. Here's what our game plan is going to be during this boot camp and what you should be expecting. So if you're a part of the boot camp, you're going to have your workbook, and our videos are going to follow the different sections in the workbook. And most important is going to be our game plan, right? So we're going to help you, and together we're going to go through a process connecting the dots, connecting all the dots around your brand. And we're going to be diving into purpose, right? Your leadership vision, the problems you solve, the reason you exist. Next, we're going to pair that up with the opportunity, right? What you offer franchisees, the advantages, the challenges, the narrative, the counter narrative, the numbers. And then the third part is the transformation, which goes really deep. What transformation your franchisees experience after they come on board, after they sign a franchise agreement. And then we're going to pull everything together. We're going to help you deploy your story, and we even have some bonus videos and bonus materials.
The way that we see this is this workbook should be written in pencil, not pen. So as you go through this, it's going to be a work in progress. It's not like you're going to nail all elements of this, but this should start guiding you through what it will take to develop a successful brand story that you're able to now deploy as a franchise brand. As you go through the workbook, we're going to give you videos that end up being your tour guide alongside each of these questions, so that we can give you some insights on how you should be thinking about and looking at each part of the workbook. And collectively, when we've gone through all these sections, we hope that we have created a game plan that shows you how to build and deploy a winning franchise brand story. This is FRANX workshop on how to build and deploy a winning franchise brand story.